Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to break down all of the shields in Valheim. Okay, let's get started. Right, well, Valheim, it's a pretty dangerous game on the whole, so having a bit of extra protection from sneaky enemy attacks is always useful. So a shield can be the difference between life and death, and Valheim has quite a few different shield types. These shields are broken down into three distinct types. The first type we're going to look at are buckler shields. So what is a buckler? A buckler is a small shield around 18 inches in diameter. Bucklers became prominent during the medieval and Renaissance periods in Europe and were mainly used in hand-to-hand combat as they weren't very effective against larger projectiles. Bucklers were often accompanied by a sword, falchion or a rapier blade. The buckler became popular due to their small size and increased manoeuvrability when compared to other larger shield types. Okay, so what buckler shields can you craft in Valheim? The first option is the bronze buckler. To craft this shield you need a level 1 forge, 10 pieces of bronze and 4 pieces of wood. In terms of statistics, the carry weight is 3, it's got a durability of 200, blocking armor 16, blocking force 30, parry bonus of 2.5 and a movement speed negative of -5%. So this is a shield that you'll be using when you're in the kind of Black Forest stage. Obviously once you've started to cultivate bronze and make bronze gear, it's a pretty good shield. It's definitely an upgrade from the earlier game wooden ones, and it's nice and light, very good when you're going into those catacombs in the Black Forest and you don't want anything that's too heavy. The second option is the iron buckler. To craft this shield, you need a level 2 forge, 10 pieces of iron and 4 pieces of ancient bark. It weighs 4, its durability is 200, its block armor is 28, block force is 30, parry bonus is 2.5 and again movement speed -5%. So it's slightly heavier than the bronze buckler but has much better block armor stats, and this one is a buckler that you'll be making once you venture into the swamps after defeating the Black Forest Elder. The third option is the carapace buckler. To craft this shield you need a level 1 black forge, 16 pieces of carapace, 3 pieces of scale hide and 10 pieces of refined ether. It weighs 5, again 200 durability, block armor is 78, block force is 50, parry bonus is 2.5 and again movement speed -5%. This shield is by far the best buckler in the game, but it only becomes available once you venture into the Mistlands. It is slightly heavier than the other bucklers, but with the stats being so good, it is a great option if you're looking for kind of one of the lighter shield types. Okay, the second type of shield in Valheim are round shields. Round shields, they're larger than the bucklers and were used extensively throughout Europe, Asia and the Americas during the Bronze Age and beyond. They started out as quite large shields used for shield wall tactics, with their changing use over the years to be used for more parrying and even weapons in battle. So there's 5 different types of round shield in the game. The first option is the wood shield. To craft this simple shield you need a level 1 workbench, 10 wood, 4 resin, 4 leather scraps. Its weight is 4, durability 200, block armor only 6 and block force 20, 1.5 parry bonus, -5% movement speed. So this shield is probably the first one you'll use in Valheim, but it's definitely not the best. It doesn't weigh you down too much, but it has a lower parry bonus when compared to the buckler shield. It's a good starter shield, but after a while these ones do become a bit redundant, but you can always use them for decoration in your home afterwards. The second option is the bandage shield. To craft a bandage shield you need a level 2 forge, 10 fine wood and 8 iron. It weighs 5, durability 200, block armor 42, block force 40, parry bonus of 1.5 and again -5 movement speed percent. So this shield is heavier than the wood shield, but its blocking stats are so much better. But saying that, you won't be crafting this one until you're into the swamp sunken crypt stage. Another good feature is that you can craft several colour schemes for this shield to suit your character's style. The third option is the silver shield. To craft this shield you need a level 3 forge, 10 fine wood and 8 silver. It weighs 5, again durability 200, block armor 60, great, block force 40, parry bonus 1.5, movement speed minus 5%. So the silver shield weighs the same as the banded shield, but again it has a massive jump in terms of block stats. This is one of my favourite shields because it's very effective, it looks cool, and it's also got different colour schemes too. The fourth option is the black metal shield. To craft this shield you need a level 3 forge, 10 fine wood, 8 black metal and 5 chains. Its weight is 5, durability 200, block armor 78, block force 50, 1.5 parry bonus, minus 5% movement speed penalty. So this shield again, in terms of weight, it's the same as the silver shield, but the blocking stats are once more a jump up in the scale. As with the other round shields, you can also change the style before you craft it. The fifth and final option is the carapace shield. Now, this isn't actually a round shield, but it's not a buckler either, and it's not a tower, so this is probably the best category for it. To craft this shield you need a level 1 black forge. You need 20 carapace, 3 scale hide and 10 refined ether. It weighs 5, durability 200, the block armor is 96, fantastic. Block force 60, parry bonus 1.5, movement speed minus 5%. So this shield is the best of the round shield category in terms of its blocking ability, but it's more of an endgame shield. You'll have to make it to the Mistlands to get this, and the resources required are quite time consuming to obtain. Saying that, it is an amazing shield. Okay, the third and final type of shield in Valheim are tower shields. Tower shields are by far the largest shield in the game. They're heavy, they defend a larger area, but they do negatively impact your maneuverability. One other thing to note, tower shields have got no parry bonus stats. There are 5 variations of tower shield in the game. Here's the first one. Okay, first shield, wood tower shield. To craft it, level 1 workbench, 10 wood, 6 leather scraps. It weighs 4, durability 200, block armor only 10, block force 100, movement speed minus 20%. So tower shields generally have amazing block force stats. They're great for soaking up heavy attacks and keeping you safe. But as with the other shields in this category, the wood tower shield has a 20% minus effect on your speed. So this is not a shield for mobility, but one for sturdiness. Second option is the bone tower shield. To craft this, you need a level 3 workbench, you need 10 wood, 10 bone, 3 skeleton trophies. It weighs 4, durability 200, block armor 32, block force 100, movement speed minus 20%. This shield is one of my personal favourites. You can craft it very early on in the game. It's amazing for the Black Forest catacombs due to the great blocking stats. And again, you do have to factor in that it's a 20% minus movement speed, but it's very effective and it looks bloody cool as well. The third option is the iron tower shield. To craft this shield you need a level 2 forge, 10 fine wood and 10 iron. In terms of stats, its weight is 4, durability 200, block armor 52, block force 100, minus 20% movement speed. So again, this is a step up from the bone tower shield, better blocking, but it's a swamp stage shield, so you'll have to work your way through the first 2 bosses before you can craft this one. The fourth option is the serpent scale shield. To craft this one you need a level 3 forge, 10 fine wood, 4 iron and 8 serpent scales. It weighs 5, durability 250, block armor 60, block force 100, minus 15% movement speed, so that's better than the other ones, and it's got a damage modifier because it's resistant versus pierce. So first thing to note of this shield is it's got the best durability of all of the shields. It's got better blocking than the iron tower shield as well, and its movement speed penalty is the best of the tower shield variety. It also has a special modifier, like I said, resistant to pierce. So a pretty amazing shield, but one that is a bit of a pain to get hold of as the serpent scales can be tricky to obtain, but well worth getting if you can. Okay, the fifth and final option is the black metal tower shield. To craft this you need a level 3 forge, 15 fine wood, 10 black metal and 7 chains. It weighs 5, durability 200, block armor 104, block force 150 and movement speed minus 20%. Okay, so this shield has amazing block force stats, and on the whole this is almost the best. I guess it depends what sort of shield you want, but this or the scale one are my favourite tower shields, but they all have their uses at different stages in the game, so just find the one that works for you based on what you can actually craft at that time. Okay, there you have it. That's my guide to all of the shields in Valheim. I hope that was useful. Comment with any questions. For me, obviously you start out with a round wood shield. As soon as you can get a bone tower shield, get one of them because they're very, very effective. The bone tower can last you ages. I kept the bone tower until I got into the silver stuff. And then, you know, once you can get to carapace, that's pretty good as well. But anyway, until next time, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one. This is Photography Gamer signing off. Cheers.